Explore Pilates, and today we're going to do a standing workout, which can be a warm-up, cool down, recovery, break, whatever you want to use it as. Okay, so let's get started. You can do this on your mat or on the floor, whichever you prefer. I'm going to actually stand on the mat. Have your feet about parallel, in line with your hip bones, and parallel meaning toes equally spaced, heels as the heels. That makes sense? All right, so like this, like the equal sign. All right, and you're going to press one foot forward, lifting the heel so the knee bends, and then press that heel down. And we press forward and down. I have my feet sinking into the mat as the crown of my head reaches up towards the ceiling. So I get that nice length through the center of my body, actually throughout my whole body, and I go forward and back. Now, as I'm facing forward, I can see if my ankle wants to do this. So that gives me something to concentrate on. I want the heel, ideally, I want my heel to lift up straight and not make any side-to-side movements. And that requires real focus on the alignment. We all have a little bit of that side-to-side movement. And back down. Okay, so do 3 more. And if you watch me from this side, this is what's happening. 2 more, and here's your last one. You don't have to do the hand movements. They help me stay organized. Okay, so let's stand. For balancing stuff, stand on your floor, okay? So now your feet are a little bit closer together. You're gonna bend the knee to come into one leg balancing, and just do ankle circles, about 8 in one direction, 2 and 1, and then reverse in the other direction. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Notice how the standing foot starts to negotiate side to side. And you just want to feel as planted as possible, foot to the floor. Oh, let's put this foot down for a second. Foot to the floor, head to the ceiling, so that as I pick up my leg, nothing shortens in my trunk. So 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 plus 3 more makes 8, 2 and 1, and reverse. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2 and 1. So in the middle of my counting, I noticed that my torso was getting a little shorter, so I lengthened up. Okay, so go ahead and swing the arms. We're going to warm up as well with a little bit of rotation, as long as this is safe for you to do so. Okay, so have the elbows bent like in a runner stance, kind of like a loose fist, an open fist position. Your elbows are bent, and you're just going to gently swing from side to side, as safe and as comfortable as this movement will be. Now, if you have any kind of pulled muscles, you want this to be a slower movement and controlled from side to side, where you can feel the hips are square, but you're just loosening up one side at a time, because as you twist, one side lengthens as the other side shortens. Okay, and just find comfort. So maybe you like to do it here with the elbows in. For me today, this is where I want to go. And if your hips are following your ribcage just a little bit, that's okay. Okay, nothing is fixed. We want to just try to keep the hips square, and then rotate side to side. All right, and that's nicely loosening up stuff. Let's do the full twist. And this is something that I picked up from Carrie Miller, who works with Madeline Black. And she does a lot of fascial work. And this is my paraphrase of her work. So we're gonna start with, we're gonna twist through the whole body. So we're going to start with the gaze. Let the gaze go to one side. Actually, come back to center. So you have your dominant side. I just went to the right. And then you have your not so dominant, your non-dominant side, which for me is the left. So if you just went to your dominant side, let's start going to the non-dominant side first. So I'm going to take my gaze to the left. I'm going to let the collarbones follow. And then I'm going to let the rib cage follow my gaze. And then I'm going to let my waist start to twist, and then my hips. The knees at some point have to go. And then you'll notice that you can see me from the front, that my feet will start to change, right? So I have my left foot on the outside, my right foot on the inside. There's my full twist. And then I'm going to unwind from the foot up. So first set the feet down, then the femur have to follow, then the hips, then the waist, then the lower ribs, then the sternum, then the collarbones. This is as far as I can go on this side. And now you've gone all the way to the other side, okay? And then you can go all the way. Didn't realize that I had already gone into a twist to the other side. Now the feet start, and that unwinding happens all the way up the chain of your body, right up to the collarbones. You're facing front and you go all the way to the other side again. Okay, just one more here. Now the feet, then the femur, then the hips, then the waist, then the ribs, then the collarbones. Oh, here's center. And my gaze has returned center, and I'm going to go with the gaze to the right. Collarbones follow, shoulder girdle goes, ribs go, my waist is going, now my hips, femur, and I'm twisted all the way. And then untwist, unwind, all the way up the chain of your body and set the arms down. Okay, so I really like that for the way because of the winding and the unwinding, it literally unwinds your body. All right, so we're going into arm circles with the breath pattern of the 100. We're going to go forward, as you just saw me do, lift up to the ceiling, out to the sides, and down. Now, all the while I have a habit of standing in Pilates V, you can also stand in parallel stance. Whatever you do, the feet go to the floor, head goes to the ceiling, everything lengthens and zips up in between, okay? So arms lift, we're gonna inhale, 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 exhale, 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 exhale. I said it 4 times, but actually we want 5. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, and exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, and inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, and exhale. You notice my arms do not go behind me, but they stay at my sides. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, and exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. As the arms lift up, the ribs pull in so that we don't give into the tendency of popping the ribs and arching the back. So this is challenging our alignment and our posture. 2 more times. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, and exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Last 1, 2, 3. Shoulders down, ribs in. Widen the shoulders as you reach out to your sides, and arms come down, and then we reverse, and I will face forward again. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. You reach the top. Start exhaling as you bring the arms forward. Keep your shoulders nice and wide. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, and exhale, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Side view, 2, 3, 4, 5, and exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Notice that this can be challenging for people who have a tendency to round the shoulders forward, so just be careful that you don't come forward and close your collarbones. So don't let them fold, keep them nice and open. So 2 more, 2, 3, 4, 5, and exhale, 2, 3, 4, and 5, and inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, and exhale, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Okay, so that's the 100 breath that we're going to use later on the mat, but not today. All right, so chest expansion is an exercise that we typically do on the reformer. We can also do it on the pedal pole. We can also do it in open air space without any equipment, and just the concept, exercising the concept. And again, feet to floor, head to ceiling, everything zipping up in between. Arms are in front of our body. Again, collarbones nice and wide. So when we reach forward, we are making an effort to keep the shoulders square front and back, chest is open, ribs pulling in. And we inhale the arms back, okay, to about there. And just notice, you can just try this even, watching yourself in the video or in a mirror. When your arms go back, can you keep them shoulder width apart, or do the hands go out to the sides? If they go out to the sides and you're making a lot of effort to push back, maybe focus on keeping them about the same width as you go back, and just stop before the hands want to come apart. Okay, so that's one way of working on it. Another way of working on it is really feeling the back, bringing the arms behind you, and not be too concerned if the hands come out. So you're going to negotiate these two compromises. But again, you're working towards where the hands stay shoulder width and they come back and back and back. I'm pressing behind using my back muscles and also using the back muscles so the hands do not come apart. All right, having said that, let's go. Inhale, and you're going to hold the breath, turn to one side, other side, back to center. Then you begin the exhale and the hands come forward of your body. Okay, so press back. Go to the second side, your first side, and center and back. And again, when the hands go back and you turn head, first side is always easier. Second side, keep the shoulder reaching back so it doesn't go into rotation. Also keep your ribs pulling back so that you're not in rotation and arching your back. Well, that was a big, gross exaggeration, but you get the idea. Press back. Second side, first side, center, and back. And inhale, last set, side, center, exhale. Inhale, grow taller. Second side, first side, center, and exhale, exhale, exhale. This brings us to the 100. Now we can begin. We're going to do it standing. We're going to stand nice and tall. Really try to lengthen the tailbone down. Pull the ribs in. And you're going to curl forward. As you curl forward, you're going to feel like you're pressing your chin into a giant roasted marshmallow. All right. And reach the hands forward and just begin to pump and have the feeling like shoulders are still nice and square. Your back muscles are engaged, so we're not flopping about here with the wrist bending. It's really about keeping the arms long and connected to your back. And as you pull the upper abdominals in, the neck is still connected to your core. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5, and exhale, 2, 3. I'm just going to count 2 sets here because we've been waving our arms back and forth for a while. 4, 5, and in. And exhale. All right. Okay, so that's the 100. Eventually we'll do this on the mat, but not today, as I said before. Bring one leg up for your single leg stretch. Again, even when you're standing on one foot, remember, the foot to the floor, head to the ceiling. Bring the other leg up. Ooh, notice your standing foot, how it negotiates for balance, right? So see if you can have that support, set yourself up before you lift and maintain. Ooh, harder, right? Because you're making a commitment from the beginning to have everything in alignment, so you're not going to have to wiggle and second guess how you're standing, how you're supporting yourself, and then back. Okay, we can add a little bit of movement now. We can kind of trust that we've set up our support and go into single leg. Stretch, and 3, 2, and switch. Last one, and switch. And I always like to take a little extra time on that last one. All right, so standing roll down will be our last exercise today. And we're going to start with the arms up. There's so many ways to start this today. We're going to start arms up. And just give yourself a little bit of a stretch. Let the shoulders shrug up to the ears. Release the collarbone there. You can even do a little bit of twinkle, twinkle, little star overhead and down. Sorry, I said we were going to go into standing roll down. Here we go. Arms are up. This time keep the shoulders down. Curl chin to chest, keeping that neck to core connection. And you're just going to roll down. If you need to, you can also walk your hands down the front of your body. If you can get down, great. If you need to bend your knees, go for it. And you can also let your neck go if you have no issues with vertigo. Okay, straighten up your knees. Pull in your stomach, straighten up your spine. Try to stay square in the shoulders. This is a great place for the shoulders to come up and lift the arms. All right, one more time. Exhale, exhale, exhale. And you can start to walk down the front of your body. And Oh, here we are. Stretch and stretch and stretch. And my body says enough stretch. Come on up. And arms up. Last time. And exhale, exhale, exhale. And I'm going to give myself a nice round of the spine. And come pull up. And I spontaneously decided arms would come out to the sides. All right, if you do not do the full roll down, it's also fine, perfectly fine. I'll show you from the side. Again, lengthen the tailbone down. And exhale, exhale. Perhaps this is as far as you go, just to where you feel comfortable, and swing the arms a little bit, let the neck go, and then gather up your abdominals to straighten up the spine and come back to tall standing position. And that might be enough, right? Sometimes we don't have the luxury of going all the way down. Another option for this standing roll down is to, as you can see, another one with arms hanging down, is go ahead and bend the knees. Let the knees bend, and go ahead and bring yourself all the way to the floor, and then lift on up and let the knees straighten as you come on up. All of this is just to get that feeling of head over heels and getting the spine loosened up, and releasing a little bit of tension in the back of the legs and stretching your hamstrings. All right, if you liked this little warm up, please give me a like, subscribe, and I will see you soon. There will be a video coming up soon with these exercises, the 100 on the mat.